An inventor in Lagos, Nigeria has come up with a way to avoid being stuck in traffic. He's invented a jet car that's able to run on land, in the sea and in the air. The inventor, Kehinde Obasanjo, lives in Lagos, West Africa's largest city. And if you know anything about Lagos, you know that it's plagued with really bad traffic and constant congestion. So the invention, which Kenny calls an Aero-Amphibious jet car, is designed to run in 4 terrains: on land, in the air, on water, and in water. So far, the car's been tested on land and on sea, and according to Kenny, it runs well on both.
Get in the water.
To have traveled as far as Ibadan, a distance of about 84 miles from Lagos, in his car, and he says that the car can run at about 75 miles per hour on land and at least 6 knots in the sea. Regarding air travel, the Seacraft is unable to do so just yet because Kenny needs funds to make that happen, and despite creating a workable model, he's yet to raise the funds needed to build out that feature. The contraption presently runs on a jet propulsion engine, the same technology that powers most traditional airplanes, and when the final model of the Seacraft is ready, Kenny says it should fit about 16 people. Like most inventors and entrepreneurs, this isn't Kenny's first invention. A keen inventor since childhood, he's made 4 prototype cars from everyday scrap material, such as wood, plastics, and styrofoam. Inside his latest invention, the Aero-Amphibious car, you'll find an office chair, a computer keyboard, and a steering wheel, all recycled from a keke napep. Kenny's lab sits on a dump site next to the Lagos Lagoon, and he spends most of his time there refining prototypes of the car, hoping to one day make it fly, because his goal is to show the world that it's possible to have a kind of machine that can move on land, in the air, on the sea, and in the sea.
moves perfectly, both on land and sea for now. But I'm here to complete the flying aspects. People like it, people enjoyed it, and some people used to stop their car, bring up a camera phone just for them to record it and ask questions. It's giving a bad signal, you cannot calibrate.
The Wakao, man. Oh boy. Oh boy, yeah. Now pack you want go pack where?
We are still in the area of Shagamu in Ogun State, and I saw this very interesting contraption, invention, machine by a very interesting Nigerian. So I had to stop him and ask him what this is all about. And he's been very gracious to grant us this 2-minute interview to explain what this is all about.
This is Aero-Amphibious jet car.
An Aero-Amphibious jet car.
You can see it clearly. It's locally made here in Nigeria by me. It's designed to move on land, to move on sea and fly. You may not believe it, but out of the 3 operations I've achieved 2. Presently, I used to move it on land and on the sea, and it has been tested. And due to financial constraint, I'm here to complete the flying aspect. But I've built a car, model of a car that move on ground and fly, vertical takeoff and soft landing. So here in Nigeria, we have done it. And this one, I move all the way from Lagos, Yaba, that is Amoka, to Warri, Port Harcourt. I'm coming back. Now I met.
You're just coming back from Warri?
Yes, I'm just coming back from Port Harcourt.
Can you take us around the vehicle and
yes.
show us what it's about?
Coming from Port Harcourt. So this is the road. This is the cockpit.
What's the cockpit?
This is the headlight. This is the signal light. This is the signal light up. Then this is the door. The pilot door is open. You see, so the inside may be wrong now due to some sand. That's it. But
and you made this all by yourself?
This is the computer system keyboard I use to activate starting code digital jazz system. You can see it. Yeah. It's locally made. If my power can do more than this, come to the back. Then you see this is the engine. This is the propeller that enables it to movement on the sea, and it has a floater underneath that enables it when it's on the sea, it floats while the propeller takes over. So you can see this is jet car.
How long did it take you to make this?
Yeah, this one took me 8 weeks. That is 2 months, precisely 2 months.
And you've made other inventions before?
I've made other inventions.
You showed me a picture of Babangida president, former president Babangida in the 80s.
1990. He visited me, he's the first president that visited me in 1990. And he watch some of the model of the project that I built. That's when we took the picture. That's in 1990. After the
What's your education?
well, I studied electronics and computer. But before I gained admission into higher institution, I've been doing the kids natural talent. That is out of creativity.
And you actually believe that this can go underwater? You showed me a picture of it underwater.
No, it will move on water.
It moves on water.
On water.
Okay.
And it has been tested. That's why I even recorded it for people to see and to believe.
What would you want the government to do for you?
But what I want the government to do for me now is that we want to be the first to mass produce this. Let government come in, they provide enable environment, material, and fund for us to be able to do complete the research and mass produce it. That will be the best.
What's your name, please?
My name is Yes.
You are not related to the Obasanjo?
I'm not related to the Obasanjo. Our name is I'm from Ogun State too.
Okay.
And my contact number is 080-33-4619. I repeat, 080-33-38-4619. That's my number.
Very beautiful. Lovely meeting you. I wish you all the best, and I hope you make this kind of innovations go even more international and better. Thank you very much. I'll be in touch.
Thank you so much. Let me just do
Should go be 40-20.
The name of this project you are seeing, this is called Aero-Amphibious jets. If we say Aero-Amphibious jets, this is a machine that can move on land like normal vehicle. You can drive on a distance with it. It can move on the sea like normal jets, boats. You drive on a distance with it. Then it can also fly. Wonderful. Yes, this is the machine. I'm proud to say that because I know, and Nigeria is the first country to build this kind of machine. As far as I'm concerned now, Nigeria is the first country. And presently, it can only move on land and water. That is the stage at which the project was now. It can only move on land and water.
Land and water?
Yes.
So can you put it on the motion now?
So now what we want to do is, I will put it on motion, I will drive it on land, you will see it plainly. Then I will drive it on this sea. Not on canal again, it's on the sea now. You can see the sea. And you can see the Third Mainland Bridge, the longest bridge in Africa.
Okay.
Yes, you can see it. I'm going to drive it there. You are going to see it. I'll move it. I'll move it perfectly. You don't see. But later, we perform our research on flying. That is, we will proceed to flying research of the project. So that is what we just want to do now. That's the level we are. So I'm planning to start it.
We are proud of you as a Nigerian. That can even come with the idea of building something of this nature. We are proud of you. Now we want to see how the thing will move and prove itself.
So that's the jet you are seeing. Still under construction, but you will see it move on land and sea now. Perfectly.
sir.
Looking at what you have done, it's a marvelous thing. We watched you move and we see you move, and we are proud of you. But the very point now is that halfway you stopped. What can you say is responsible for such a stop?
You know that it is junks that we use in designing this, so it's still under research. So what I want to do is I move at lower speed. If I move at the high speed, you know the engine will exceed 1,000 rotational per minute. Now I move at lower speed due to the junks used. So what I'm now saying is that there is room for improvement. It's still under research. So we are still going to improve it. So that is what causes that. So in the next level, I will increase the speed. You will see the movements.
Thank you very much, sir.
Oh well, guys, you can see I'm actually all in something made in Nigeria, from my shirt to my shoes. And there's this guy here that's actually made something from all the resources around him. This is a car made in Nigeria, exclusively made in Nigeria. So I'm going to be showing you guys everything in it. Wow. The noise itself is even much. So you guys just hold. So you guys should just hold on and we'll talk later. It's called an amphibious jet, which can float on water, walk on land, and I think it can actually fly also, but I'm not sure. Let me just ask him. So we're going to be asking him and showing everything about this car. It's original, 100% original, made in Nigerian car. So let's just get what this are. Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm fine.
So you're the
I'm the
creator
inventor, yes.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is Droja Kendi Obasanjo.
Wow.
I invented this specially built amphibian jet car. The concept of this amphibian jet car is designed to fly, to move on land and on the sea.
Wow.
But for now, out of the 3 operations, I've achieved 2. Presently, it can only move on land and sea. And I personally drove it on the sea towards Third Mainland Bridge.
Wow.
I drove it here.
So when did you start this project? Was it maybe after
Well,
your school, or it was just...
Well, this project, right from my childhood age, even before I gained admission into our institution, I've been doing it.
Wow.
Yes, right from my childhood age. And you can even bear witness the then National Concord, I think, published it. That is in 1989. They called me Wonder Boy of Nigeria.
How much have you spent?
Okay.
How much have you spent on this car?
This very one, because it's locally made, I've spent nothing less than 650,000 naira.
Wow.
Yes, because it's locally made. But if I'm to build the real one with the normal material, that will cost 1.something million.
Wow.
But for now, we are talking about.
Okay, maybe you should give us a tour of everywhere, right? Let's just give us a tour of the car itself.
It moves on the sea with the flying engine locally built here in Nigeria. When we talk of the flying engine, we are talking of the propeller plus the drive, the shaft that drive it, and the engine, which is connected to work just like that of flying machine. The lower engine, they're responsible for the movement on land, just like normal car. Then we have the upper one that controls the propeller. Then we have woods, you can see it, we have woods. Let me explain the role of the cockpit. The front screen, which is the cockpit, is designed in this form. That's why you can see it work easily, perfectly on the sea, and if it's completed, it also moves perfectly in the air. This vehicle you are seeing, this amphibian jet, is calculated to move 120 km per hour on land, 80 km per hour on the sea, and in air it's calculated to move 580 km per hour.
So guys, would you want to come inside and let's just see whether I can take us on a short ride and see how we're gonna look like? Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna go inside with Mr. Kende Duo Jai, right? And we'll be going just for a short ride. So we'll see later. There are still more people like this in Nigeria that have vetted stuff, and I'm gonna go into the next person on my list. So we guys just stay tuned and watch out.
All
Bye-bye. Yeah. Quite that.
My name is Roja Kende Obasanjo, and a Nigerian renowned inventor. I've invented different type of machine, which includes an amphibian jet car, a latest one. When I was small, I built a fast-moving vehicle that can move forward, backward, reverses. And the latest invention now is called Amphibian Jet Car A4. The jet car is designed to move on land, to move on sea, and fly. That's the concept. But out of 3 operations, I've achieved 2. Presently, I used to move it on land and on the sea, and it has been tested. I started this project, this idea, the invention, this project right from my childhood age. When I started from between age 5 and 6, that's precisely age 6. When I started building different types of inventions. So I can remember that when I started, I built the one that can move on forward and backward initially. Later, I now proceed to the one that moves its speed. It achieves its speed differently. That is speed 1, 2, 3, gear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse gears. And I used to display it. And then I now introduce turn in either direction, and it's being operated by means of remote control. So then I built a truck, missile projectile truck, that project missiles into air. Babangida visited me in 1990. He's the first president. Babangida is the first president to visit my project in 1990. That's when I built a special amphibian jet car which operated with remote control then. So he visited me. There are documentation to that effect. When he came, he was surprised. He came in the company of Minister of Science and Technology then. That's Professor Gordon Nizekwe. Late, he's now late. Professor Gordon Nizekwe. So they were surprised to see a young boy like me building something of this nature in Nigeria here. By then, when he saw it, he said, "Where is your location?" That's the question he first asked. Then, later I now learned that he said he approved 50 million naira research fund, which I'm here to collect it up till now. I don't know what about much concerning that, but why I'm happy then is that by then I was 17 years old, and for the fact that Mr. President visited my project, junks, milk can being joined together, which is working. That even make me happy. A whole president came then, so I did not mind the promise or anything they promised then. I did not mind it. Well, my family then, you know, it's hard for people to believe that somebody can go to the refuse bin, pick waste products, and join it together and work in life. You know, it's hard for people to believe. So then my family do not believe that I can do such thing. Instead, they just tend to look at me as if, what is he doing? And not only my family, people outside too. People in our environment, they themselves were just looking at it as if you are just wasting your time. But after said and done, when I built the very first car that moved, that's why many of them were amazed. When they saw it move forward and backward, then they were amazed. Later I now proceed to building of other projects. The project attracted a lot of people. If you just Google amphibian jet car, you get to know what I'm talking about. Or Google my name, Droja Ike Obasanjo. It attracted a lot of people from the developed countries like America, Britain, Germany, France. Some of them visited me. They came, they visited me, and they were surprised when they watched it on CNN, on cable TV. Then many of them were surprised that Nigeria can build this kind of highly sophisticated project in the absence of modern technology, with absence of modern equipment, and it's working perfectly. Especially it moves on land and sea. Although I'm here to fly it, some of them came, they visited me, and they were surprised. And some of them even they said they want me to nationalize that. That's what they can do before they can support the project, that I need to nationalize. But the federal government was telling them that it's not done anywhere, that they can't just come here and be negotiating with me directly, that they need to follow normal protocol. That if other countries are doing that, how many of their citizens will remain that? Many, they will come in and just pick them like that without that. They themselves cannot do it in their country. That is not done. That they should follow normal protocol. But many of those people, visitors, foreign visitors, said, okay, they will follow normal protocol. But up till now, I'm here to see them actualize that. That's one thing that I know, that the project attracted many of them, a lot of them. When they watched it, they were surprised that we build such thing in Nigeria. Well, I said I was inspired by creative dexterity. That is simply urge for creativity.